Hi, Collective. So I decided today I wanted to do a random message, and I got a couple of new cards. So some of them have a message, and then the other one is the Wild Unknown Tarot. I hope you enjoy it. And I messed up, I started sneezing, and I had to go to the bathroom. So then I decided just to start all over again. I thought that you guys should have that TMI. All right. So starting off, we're seeing the card Twin Flames. Oops, there you go. Hopefully, we don't get too much glare. We have the energy of pain, and we have the energy of denial. Now, twin flame journey everybody is going to interpret them a little bit differently because everybody has their own ideas of what a twin flame journey is. Um, I'm going to tell you my way because when I'm interpreting these cards, I'm going to take it this way. Twin flames is a person that has the same exact problems that you do. You guys are mirrors of each other, right? Like, you see one person, you see the other one, they have the same thing. So if you're having wounds, you guys have the same wounds. If you have this, like, you have likes or dislikes, there's this, like, the same. Then there's soulmates, and soulmates usually have the opposite. So where that would be like a puzzle piece where one has the whole, the other one has the other part, and then they kind of connect together. So this one has experienced something of wounding that this one hasn't experienced, but this one has experienced some things of woundings that this one doesn't experience. But each one has the answer for the other. Those are soulmates, and you can have soulmates that are friends, family members, loved ones, etc. Twin flames, it's a little difficult because since you have the same wounds, you know exactly what you can do to hurt each other and exactly what you need to do to make the other one feel amazing. And because you're both wounded and you're not really fixing the wound, it's just like two cups together. It's like you clash, right? Sometimes looking at yourself in the mirror, you don't mind looking yourself in the mirror and it actually feels really good. And sometimes you hate yourself and so you're running away from the mirror. So that twin flame has that running away, coming together, running away, coming together energy. This is important for those that have never heard of this, or the reader that you're talking to, the way that they view what this path is the way that the reading will change, right? So if you're not in that same alignment, then that just not going to make sense for you. So we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot to kind of like feng shui this whole thing and see why this coming through, because it looks like you guys are in a twin flame journey. There's some pain here, like one or the other one is in pain, and one and the other or the other one is in denial. So I'm feeling like one is hurting the other one, and the other one's like, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm not doing anything to you, though they know what they're doing because they're twin flames. So you know what wounds you're causing the other person because you have the same wounds, right? So let's see a little bit more on that. Son of Pentacles. When I saw the Son of Pentacles, the only thing I saw was a work in progress. And then we have the Moon. And then we have the Six of Wands. I don't know if I'm liking this, you guys. Oh, look at a whole stack came out. I don't know if I'm liking this because the Son of Pentacles is suggesting that each person is supposedly working on themselves and working on the situation so then they can make things better and so that they can connect with each other. But the Moon card is like, this is an illusion. Nobody's really doing anything. And then here we have the yes, I'm double checking. So yes, the Six of Wands. And usually the Six of Wands is a victory. But do you see the hot mess down here? These wands are just thrown on the ground, and up here is the rainbow. And so it feels like in the mess is not the happiness. It's outside the mess that's the happiness. And then all this deck of cards came out upside down. We have the Daughter of Wands in reverse. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. We have the Daughter of Cups in reverse, and we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Look, the twin flames that I'm talking to right here are people of the same sex. So this sounds like the twin flame that we're talking about can be a same sex relationship, or it can be two friends that are, that are the same sex, or a family member that is of your same sex. This feels like two feminine energies. One of them presents themselves as an explosive personality, kind of one of those that are like constantly going out there and like they react and they don't think about how that reaction might hurt the other person. The other one is stuck in their feelings. Okay. And then what it feels like is that just recently, um, one of them said that they have been over some kind of betrayal that they felt with another person. So this is like a three-person situation. The two are the main characters. The twin flames are the two females, same sex. And then there's a third person in between. And there was a conflict where the one felt stabbed by the back from the other one. This feels like a love triangle. One feels steps from the back from the other one. And then she said to the other one, no, that's okay. It's not that bad. I figured it out. It's not a problem. And then, but it's not okay. Okay. There isn't peace. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That means that they're, and they're not holding back. So because they're twin flames, right? The one's going to hurt the other one the way they know that the other one's going to hurt. So this is kind of like revenge. It feels revengey. And then the other one's like, "Are you doing this because of X, Y, and Z?" And the other one's like, "No, that's not the problem. This has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with that." So there's a betrayal that started out this whole backlash. It's like it feels like the War of the Roses, even though this is like an old movie and probably a lot of you guys have never heard about it. But it's like, you know, you love each other so much that you can't stay away from each other, but you hate each other because of what the wounds that you carried from each other. And nobody is telling the other person that this is what hurt me. This is a hot mess. And then we have the Father of Swords, and this is talking about it is time to cut the bullshit and really call forward what's going on in this situation. Ace of Wands, somebody has to take an action. And then we have the Nine of Wands. And I like this one because this Nine of Wands looks like instead of it creating a wall, this is creating stairs. And the stairs are going to the moon, which is up on the top. I feel like it should be one step at a time. You guys should really talk your truths. See, the thing is that since you guys have that same wound, if you guys don't work with each other, you won't fix that wound together. And you'll keep hurting each other and you'll keep hurting other people based on that same wound. And this feels like betrayal. We have the Son of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of need for emotional maturity. Um, there's the Eight of Swords. And this is like the reality is that if you guys really talked about this situation, you would stop feeling so trapped in this situation. Okay? Father of Wands, somebody has to stop acting like if the best way to fix a problem is to throw more flames to the fire, so keep attacking each other, because right now we have the Five of Swords and both of you guys are wounding each other. I feel like I want to give somebody here advice, but I feel like there's no need for advice really at the same time. Like, you both know what it is that you need to do to fix this problem. You need to talk to each other, tell each other the truth about how a situation hasn't been solved, how you feel betrayed by the other, how the situation is not working out. And honestly, twin flames journeys very rarely actually work out, because it's like putting fire and fire together and it just turns into like this big wildfire. It's not like the soulmate journey where there's fire and water and controls the other. Like it becomes like a back and forth. Like one activates one and one calms the other, and then it's back and forth, and you kind of switch sides. There's no balance here. Like there's a lot of fire here, and there's a lot of anger. And I feel like the relationship of you guys staying together, even though it's like you feel like it's BFFs, um, it's just gonna become worse. Like you're just keeping on wounding each other. The bottom of the deck has, yeah, this is a stalemate, a two of swords. I mean, and then we have the nine of pentacles. It's like it's better if you guys were alone and not with each other. And then we have the nine of swords, because together all you do is kind of cause each other pain. And then we have the lovers with the star. And I feel like the reason why you're staying with each other is because you do have the same pain. But what you wish in this situation with the nine of cups, which is to heal a wound, and it looks like it's a mother wound. Oh, it's actually a mother and a father wound. You're not going to get together. You guys, this is like not such a good idea. Like, I don't know. I think that's the message, though. I feel like I'm telling a friend group, two girls, two females, right? Is it worth it to continue to stay in a relationship where you keep hurting each other, and it just seems to get worse, and then you're good and you're friends and you're besties and you love each other, and then yet again another betrayal, yet, and then it spirals into worse and worse and worse, and then you're back to the drawing board again. It's like I feel like there's a lot of back and forth in your relationships, a lot of ups and downs, but the reality is that like you're too alike, that you're actually repelling each other. And I guess I'm telling somebody that maybe they should consider breaking up a friendship. um take it as it resonates, like you guys say, and we'll see you the next time.